The purpose of this activity is to use the virtual launching site from the NASA program and filling the pop bottle, the virtual bottle, up to different percentages with water to determine what is the best amount of water to put in the bottle to give you the maximum distance when you launch your pop bottle rocket. So each time you launch it, here's the value for 20% full. It reached a height of 34 meters. Okay, so you've opened up Excel, and there's your normal spreadsheet, and your first column is the percentage of water that you're going to put into the pop bottle. Your second column, grab it and make it a little bit bigger, is going to be the altitude, and that's going to be in units of meters. And as recommended, you're going to start off at 20 and then every 25. This is for percentage of water in the bottle. Up to 55% full. So we're going from 20% up to 55%. Now you're going to use the actual data that you've got from the virtual NASA launch program. I'm not going to use that real data other than the 34. I'm just going to make up any numbers here. So my graph, I don't want to give away what the actual the best percentage is. My graph is, as I say, made up values. I'm going to change that first one from 34 to 25. Okay, there are my values. So you'll have your own set of values there. Before we graph it, let's just sort of make it look a little bit nicer. Highlight the whole set of data. Go to the top. By the way, this is an older version of Excel than what you probably have at home. You probably have the 2010 version. The school happens to use an earlier version of Excel. It doesn't matter. Although the toolbar looks different in the more modern versions, all the same things are there. So there's our data. I've made it look nice. I've centered it. I've made it bold. Now, go to the wizard. At the top of your screen at school, you'll find a chart wizard. Turn on the wizard, and it offers you different types of graphs, going from custom bar, column bar, line pie, XY scatter. Okay, turn on the XY scatter. When you do, you get a whole bunch of choices, some with lines, some without. Let's pick the one with the curve, and the curved line. It's going to fit a curved line through the data points, and we'll go next. There we go. There's our graph. Just go next. Next thing it asks you to do is to indicate what the actual values represent. That is the chart title. Now we're going from 0 to 40 here, so that represents the altitude reached, that's the x-axis, so altitude. Sorry, x-axis is the going from 0 up to 60 is percentage of water. My mistake. Percentage water. The y-axis is altitude, and always put in what it is in, what units it's in this case meters. And so we've got altitude, chart title altitude versus percentage water, and just go next. Finish. You'll get a little box over here. Just delete it. So click on it, just go clear. Now there's our data, our graph. It doesn't look very nice like that. Why? Because we don't have any data points, for instance, on altitude less than 25. So double click on any of the values on the y-axis. I'm going to click on the double click on the 20 and go to scale. That window pops up. Go to scale and change your minimum. I'm going to drag it to the side. My value, as I say, the minimum value is 20 25. You look at yours. Yours won't be 25. It'll be some other value, maybe 30 or whatever. I'm going to pick 20 as my minimum value since I don't have any values less than 20. So you click 20 and either hit enter or click on OK. There we go. It's gotten rid of those earlier values. Same thing here. I have no values on the x-axis, percentage water less than 20. So double click on the 20 and once again change the minimum to 20. So you get lots of choices there: pattern, scale, font, number, alignment. We're looking at scale, and the minimum value on that axis I'm setting as 20%. Click OK. And there's your graph. So this graph shows that as you fill the bottle up with water, there's a particular percentage that gives you a maximum altitude or a maximum height reached for the pop bottle rocket. Save that to your pop bottle rocket folder, and you want to copy this to a Word document. So click on the graph, right click and copy, open up your Word document and paste it into the Word document. Normally you will format it, so format the picture, that keeps it from moving around. Layout, tight, that keeps it in place. So I right clicked, format, and I pick the layout as tight, which means it won't move. Okay, click down below it, go back to your Excel, highlight the data, and copy that data into the same Word document. Paste. So you've got your data and you've got your graph. I'm going to move the graph down, and I'm going to move the table down a bit too and center it. Up here I'm going to put my name. Now the reason there we go. You might have trouble keeping the table where you want it because I didn't format it. I'm going to format the table. Sure I am. I don't see the choice, but anyway, I'll leave it like that. So there we are. There's our Billy Bob, I should say, data for pop bottle launch, and save that. Excuse my typing. Save that to the same pop bottle rocket folder. So in the folder you're going to have eventually a SketchUp of your pop bottle rocket. You've got your virtual data, and eventually you'll put a photo of your pop bottle rocket. So save this as well. Go File, Save As, and save it to your pop bottle rocket folder. And that's the end of this tutorial on graphing. So you save your Word doc and you save your Excel graph and data in the pop bottle rocket folder. Thank you.